to the round table. The reason I have no energy in this reaction is because I've recorded this fucking reaction already, and as I was editing, I realized the file had been corrupt. So now I got to re-record the damn thing. Even though I know the ending, I know what's going to be said, and I know what's going to happen. So without further ado, this is Paper Mario vs. Archie Sonic, made by the wonderful crossover Colosseum, who I said had a wonderful and kick-ass name. And this is requested by, I believe it was Donovan Hadley. Yep. I am so sorry I have no energy in this reaction, but I'm pissed. I could fake the cheer, but I'm not gonna fake cheer, you know. I want to be honest with you guys. I'm pissed off. I'm really pissed because I had an honest reaction. I had a lot of surprise, and now that shit's just gone because the file's corrupt. It's gone. So
this is Crossover Colosseum, the show where only the best will win and the fights are chosen by you. Let's get into it. 3,000 years into Earth's future, humanity found itself under attack by an alien race called the Zorda. This beholder-like race of tentacled eyeball aliens came to Earth to offer a peaceful alliance with the residents of the planet. They sent an ambassador down to the planet to talk with the world's best and brightest. Unfortunately, even though this ambassador came in peace, he was left in pieces as he was quickly captured and experimented on and dissected by scientists like Dr. Ivan Kinkerbor, which I'm just now realizing is Robotnik spelled backwards. Huh, go figure. Anyway, the Zorda didn't take kindly to their species being given the old trunk special, and so they retaliated on humanity with a devastating gene bomb. This weapon of mass destruction was carefully designed to eradicate life from a planet, devolving its targets into oblivion. However, things didn't go exactly according to plan. While a lot of life certainly was wiped out, different groups of people were able to hold on to their lives even through the cataclysmic bomb itself and the natural disasters that followed. And this era of disaster became known as the Age of Fury. So in the face of this catastrophe brought on by mankind's arrogance, the Earth was slowly able to rebuild itself. However, its new population looked much different than it did before the Age of Fury. While some humans survived, the bomb caused many animal species to anthropomorphize and gain unprecedented amounts of intelligence, leading to a world shared by humankind and fauna that had now become human-like. In this new ecosystem, the world was renamed Mobius, and it was populated by human-like foxes, echidnas, and of course, hedgehogs. One of these creatures was named Ogilvy Maurice Hedgehog, or as his friends came to know him, Sonic the Hedgehog. A name that much better reflects his love of running fast and sounds much less like a disease. Sonic is a free-willed, golden-hearted hedgehog who loves nothing more than doing what's right and perfecting his signature chili recipe, chili a la Sonic. Side note, I actually made this recipe, and it is fantastic. Perhaps to hide the information that his real name is Ogilvy from the rest of the world, Sonic lived in a secluded woodland base, located in the Great Forest next to the Grand Kingdom of Mootropolis. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surely, after humanity doomed the entire planet and fundamentally changed the entire planet's ecosystem due to their hubris, everybody lived in peace and practiced self-restraint from any archaic practices like taking over an entire kingdom with an army of deadly robots and then trying to build a massive superweapon. To which I would say, wow, that is an incredibly specific and relevant example that segues perfectly into my next paragraph. Dr. Ivo Robotnik, or as he's more commonly known, Dr. Eggman, was a ruthless, power-hungry tyrant who was set on overtaking the world. But even through his armies of robots, deadly inventions, and a temper particularly sensitive to dad jokes, Sonic the Hedgehog always found a way to stop his exploits and save the world time and time again. So much so that he inspired a group of freedom fighters to form and assist Sonic in his efforts to keep the world a free and fun place. The majority of Archie Comics' story of Sonic the Hedgehog revolves around the adventures of these freedom fighters and their fights against humanity's greatest threats. So if Sonic is this tyrant-busting, quit-making, chili-tasting legend, then that begs the question, what can he actually do? Apart from the obvious answer of run fast, to get a detailed picture of Sonic's capabilities, we need a small history lesson on Archie Comics. You see, while Sonic is always represented as a single character in the series, the comic itself went through 3 distinct phases with drastic.
I had a lot of commentary on this. Yes, I'm still pissed. I had such commentary on this.
That their versions
it's
of
gone.
Sonic may as well be 3 different characters entirely. But for the purposes of today's video, we're going to be
I'm so sorry, Crossover Colosseum, you're getting the pit stop reaction. I'm so sorry.
This era
I don't know how the file got
more
corrupted.
like a random Archie comic
that
that
I fixed it.
Sonic the Hedgehog than any deliberate portrayal of the character. This is a version of the character I like to call Gag Sonic, and he was
Looney
written
Tunes
with
Sonic.
almost no detail being given to the source material. Gag Sonic is all about doing whatever it takes to make a joke, and basically never takes
Why does
himself
a tennis ball look
serious.
like a baseball?
1 minute he'll be fat-shaming Eggman, the next he'll be publishing a chili recipe, and then after that he'll be boxing his own shadow? That doesn't even make any sense, but that's kind of the point. This
Nothing
era
makes
of
sense
Sonic has
in
almost
any comic
zero
book.
internal consistency or attention to its plot. Everything is in service of Sonic either saying, "Hey, look how fat Eggman is," or "Hey, look how
Why does
fat
he have a
Sonny
belly
is. Isn't that
button tool?
funny?" But to be fair, this version of Sonic really is hilariously fast. The peak of his speed probably comes from an early issue where he picks up a ball of water and threw it at a robot bird at nearly 400 million times the speed of light. If he were to do this in our own world, it would just destroy the planet.
Yeah.
But in Sonic's world, it kind of just splashes the bird really hard. Regardless of the effect of the water, though, this is an incredible display of speed that requires Sonic to react, aim, and make complex movements and attack in an absurdly short amount of time. This brings us to our second era of Sonic the Hedgehog, an iteration I affectionately call Try-Hard Sonic, or Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Gradually, a lot of the camp and goofiness left the comic.
This is the 90s. This is the late 90s. People, comics got darker and grittier by the day.
And Archie Comics decided to make Sonic more story-driven.
Yep.
To do this, they added more and more complicated lore that was just so
Looks like
really
Sandy
weird.
from
Or, as
the
Archie
Hibernation
put it
episode.
themselves, for the first time in his life, Sonic is devoid of humor. For the first time in his life, Sonic truly understands the meaning of war.
What the fuck were y'all doing back then in comics, bro? Everybody was so fucking edgy, man. Shit. It's a blue hedgehog.
And that statement alone perfectly summarizes
It's the
tone of
90s
this
comic
entire
book in
era.
general.
Suddenly Sonic's stakes changed from, I need to hit a robot bird and make a dad joke, to everybody that I love's been turned into a robot and it's all my fault. The peak of Sonic's speed here came after everybody that Sonic loves has been roboticized, and Sonic was getting the ever-living snot beat out of him by a robot designed specifically to surpass his limits and take him out once and for all. It was at this lowest point, when all of his friends and family were gone, that Sonic decided he needed to break all limits and go faster than
What the
he'd
fuck
ever
is that
gone
look on his
before.
face?
So he ran across the entirety of his country like a supercharged Forrest Gump to unleash his
Yeah.
spin dash at his maximum speed, clocking in at over 4,200 times the speed of sound. This maneuver must have really tired him out, because it was his last truly impressive display of speed in his base form, including in his third and final iteration. You see, after Try-Hard Sonic had been running for several years, Sega came in and said, "Oh my gosh, I hate everything here. Why are our echidnas Nazis? Why does Sonic carry dirt in his shoe just in case of emergencies? And why is everybody drawing Sonic's feet so much? This entire series is a mistake." And so this reaction, combined with a legal battle with Ken Penders, led to a massive reboot of the entire Archie Sonic continuity, and a series of strict guidelines put in place to
Mobius
make
is
sure
a
that
banned
Archie
word.
Sonic was nearly identical to his gaming counterpart. But while Sonic's speed has drastically shifted over the years, one thing that's remained constant is his tried and true battle strategy that can be summed up in 3 little words: taunt and roll. Sonic's strategy really has always been to just make fun of an enemy and then spin dash into them.
That don't work, do it
fails,
again.
Do it again and again and again until it finally does work. And while it is admittedly a really simple strategy, it's also incredibly effective. So much so that when Sonic beat a robot specifically designed to destroy him, it drove Dr. Eggman clinically insane.
What the
He
fuck?
couldn't figure out why a tiny blue hedgehog was able to beat one of the smartest minds in existence over and over and over. It broke Eggman's mind so much that he was locked away in a padded room with a straitjacket as he mumbled nonsense to himself, eventually coming to the irrational conclusion that fate itself was conspiring to let Sonic and his
I
friends
gotta
win.
stretch.
But Sonic
I remember
and his
Death Battle
freedom
against
fighters
the
just
Flash
seemed to have
mentioning
effect
this.
on people. They caused a similar reaction.
Alright,
from
he
a godlike
bends-
man
fate
who'd
bends to
been
his will or
canonically
something
cursed
like
with
that.
plot-induced stupidity
Chaos
to make
Emerald!
really awful decisions that caused him to lose. He looked at all of his godlike power, losing to a roided-out fox with 2 tails, and misattributed all of those losses to fate bending itself to Sonic's will. But it's not hard to see why multiple characters have made this silly mistake. Sonic has pulled off some absurd things over the years. He isn't harmed when he's thrown through buildings. He sent this giant anti-Sonic robot flying hard enough to demolish a castle wall. He can create tornadoes just by running, phase through objects, and even turn invisible through his sheer speed. He can also enhance his power even further by harnessing the power of chaos, which is a magical essence that exists throughout the universe. By harnessing this power with the help of 7 Chaos Emeralds,
except
Sonic
7
can
stones.
transform
Well, no, there's
into
7. The
Super
Continuity
Sonic. In this
Stone, it's
form,
not
Sonic
canon,
gets
but
an
it's funny.
unspecified boost to his speed and a
Death
drastic
Stone, I think,
boost
was
to
one
his
of them, too.
durability. giving him virtual invincibility to everything in his universe. And when the supersonic form was separated from Sonic himself, it carved up
because
the
that's
surface
something
of the
that
moon
happens.
and even threatened to destroy it entirely. Although, notably, he never actually destroyed the moon, just
Laser.
His ultimate ability, though, is the mighty Chaos Control.
Chaos
Sonic used this burst of Chaos energy to travel short distances back in time, teleport the colossal space colony,
It sounds like an
and
NBA
even
does.
use it to affect the rewriting of the entire multiverse. Yeah, so get
Fuck.
this. Eggman
The
created
egg bomb.
a machine capable of releasing
egg
a
bomb.
powerful effect called the
Call it
Super
what it
Genesis
is.
Wave.
As
This
my boy
thing was
Jim
like
Carrey.
a massive software patch to rewrite the entire multiverse, and coincidentally get rid of Ken Pender's creations due to that lawsuit I mentioned. But with the help of Chaos Control and a little help from Mega Man, Sonic was able to get in there and essentially change a couple lines of his code
Mega
to
Man
keep
there?
his world intact. Turn his dog into an anthropomorphic person, who also might be his brother,
What the
and
fuck?
kill all of Knuckles' kin. Wow, low blow, Sonic. And while this kind of rewriting of the multiverse definitely isn't something that Sonic can do at will without the aid of a Super Genesis wave, it's a perfect example of the kind of dedication that Sonic puts towards saving his world, and his precision with powerful chaos energy. But Emeralds and Supersonic aren't the only thing with chaos in their essence. The world of Mobius is populated by golden rings that embody the power of chaos itself. By using the power of these rings, Sonic can grant minor wishes, like healing injuries, knocking enemies backwards, or de-roboticizing someone. Which should have come in handy when Mega Man's arch-nemesis Dr. Wily and Dr. Eggman turned a bunch of Sonic and his friends into androids, but the wishes had a less than stellar success rate here. Although, to be honest, I don't know why Sonic would not want to be an awesome robot named Sonic Man. He had a sweet Majin Buu forehead symbol and the ability to resist time stops, but I guess resisting being stopped in time isn't worth it to the Blue Blur if he can't eat his favorite chili dogs anymore. So, you win some, you lose some. Rings can do much more than just granting wishes. By collecting a number of rings, or harnessing the pure chaos energy of the Super Emerald, Sonic can go full-on Bruce Banner, and can summon forth a powerful, element-bending personality called Ultrasonic. While not much is known about this mysterious form, he's clearly extremely fast. He was able to run around the planet in just a couple of seconds.
Yeah, he wears like a Flash tracksuit.
As he's able to exert limited control over the four elements. Sonic is much more serious and
he's the Airbender. He's the Avatar.
And refers to it almost like a separate entity.
He's the Avatar.
Rather than spin dashing into his foe over and over, Ultrasonic finally adapts his strategy and sends his targets to the ultimate timeout corner. This pocket dimension, called the Zone of Silence, radiates pure chaos energy.
It's
and
a wormhole.
Kills nearly anyone who enters it. This ultimate ability is admittedly a bit of a Hail Mary, though, as it also drains Sonic of his energy entirely, causing him to revert to an exhausted version of his base form. Now, I know this was a lot to take in, but Archie Comics' version of Sonic the Hedgehog has been running for nearly 25 years, and it's been a wild, wild ride. Through all of the feat drawings and chili recipes, something about this character has really stuck with fans over the years. And at the end of the day, Sonic is just a free-spirited guy who wants to live fast and do the right thing. And it's this attitude, combined with the bizarre and campy world that he comes from, that's helped make Sonic a mainstay in our culture and at the forefront of versus debating. With that said, let's see how he stacks up against his opponent for today, Paper Mario.
Not a big Mario fan.
Faraway
Sorry about
land
that,
of the
guys.
Mushroom Kingdom is no stranger to adversity. Whether that be
I like Mario Kart, though.
kidnapping the
That's about
princess,
it, though.
or kidnapping the princess, the Mushroom Kingdom
She's
seems
always
to
kidnapped,
be
man. She needs a
extremely
bodyguard. Get
disaster.
John Wick or somebody, or
Fortunately,
Liam Neeson.
A paper-thin savior is always on call to protect them from any rocky situation.
This
And as we all
design
know,
fucks with
paper
my eyes.
beats rock. Paper Mario is the kingdom's resident Italian plumber, set
Oh
on
god,
doing everything in his power
the
to fight
game
the good
style,
fight and protect
the
those
paper.
in danger.
Oh god, it fucks
As
with
his
my
great
eyes.
success,
Oh god.
Paper Mario and his entire
Oh,
world
I don't know
are
why.
made purely out of paper and cardboard.
How is there
Although there's
water?
an argument to be made that this Paper Mario is one and the same as his three-dimensional counterpart. For the purposes of today's battle, we're going to be confining him to just the mainline Paper Mario games. At his core, Mario is a kind-hearted, brave guy who just wants to do the right thing and have some quality time with his favorite.
How's there water?
Unfortunately for Mario,
It's paper and
his entire life
cardboard. It
seems
don't
cursed
mix with
to never
water.
allow him to take that luxury. Take, for example, at the start of his adventuring career, when Princess Peach invited him over for a party and asked for some one-on-one time to talk. And as a guy whose first kiss was over a game of Mario Kart, I can tell you firsthand that things were finally going.
She wants the dick!
Until the entire castle was ripped out of the ground, Mario was assaulted by a supercharged Bowser, hit with fire, struck by lightning, and then knocked out of the floating castle. Oh, that's rough, buddy. But Bowser wasn't just there to be a brute. He came to steal the Star Rod. An ancient artifact
Looks like
said to contain
the
7
fairy
star
godmother's
spirits.
one.
These 7 spirits were rumored to be ancient beings who could grant wishes upon shooting stars.
What's the deal with
Harnessing
7?
their power, one could make wishes
7
on the
Chaos
fly.
Emeralds,
Unfortunately
7
for Bowser,
stars.
though, they would only grant innocent, non-corrupt wishes, so there was no wishing to destroy his enemies or ruling the world. So Bowser ended up turning each of these 7 star spirits into playing cards, and gave them for safekeeping to the people I would trust least in this world, his minions.
Yeah.
Down but not out, Mario set off to rescue the princess, save the 7 star spirits, and take Bowser down. He started off with very little, but didn't stay that way for long. As Mario's adventures became more and more
this right here
complex
fucks
and
with my
numerous,
eyes.
so did his arsenal. To augment his tried-and-true martial art of jumping on the enemy's head, Mario acquired a battle hammer, which became one of his favorite things to
Ultra
do.
Hammer, Hurl Hammer,
Through
Chill Hammer,
iterations
Bar
and
Hammer,
upgrades,
Slap
the
Hammer,
hammers
Ultra
have
Hammer,
multiple
Super Hammer,
powerful
MC
forms,
Hammer.
but the strongest is likely the Ultra Hammer. This mallet is capable of shattering massive blocks, much larger than Mario himself. But its primary purpose is to whack enemies on the head. Like any good RPG character, Mario had several items that he can use to add special effects to his combat. The piercing blow badge, for example, can totally bypass an enemy's durability, allowing him to even hurt the tankiest enemies with very little struggle. But should a struggle ensue, Mario can also return any damage that he takes back on the attacker at full force with a
I'm
combination
rubber
of
and
the
you're
return postage
glue. What
badge,
bounces
the
off
slide
me
pouch, and the
sticks
double
to
paint
you.
badge.
I'm sorry I
This
keep yawning. It's
defensive
late.
combo acts as a mutually assured destruction measure. Even if Mario's
It wouldn't be
killed
so
by an
late if I
enemy's
didn't have to
attack,
fucking
the
re-record.
damage is still returned to the attacker. Not to mention that Mario could just come right back with one of his many revive items. When this is coupled with some items to even further enhance Mario's strength and durability, he becomes a true threat for even the strongest of
Like,
opponents.
it's cool as
All
hell,
of
the
this
anime,
power
like, the
isn't without
gameplay is.
necessity.
Like, I liked it in
After
Arkham
Mario
Knight,
went on to
like, during the
fight
Mad Hatter
and
thing,
beat
but I
foes
could
far
not play a
beyond
whole
the
game like
run-of-the-mill
it.
Bowser encounter.
What happened to the
Count
quality?
Black,
It was happened last
ghost-like
time,
villain
too.
Who used the power of
Hey,
the
Gentleman
infamous
Ghost.
Chaos Heart to create a massively destructive
Looks
void
like the
capable of consuming
Netherworld
universes,
from Minecraft.
which somehow Mario was able to withstand. Even if we can't get exact numbers on what happens if a dimension is eaten, it still looks dang impressive.
It's
Mario
not good.
also went toe-to-toe against Dimencio, the big bad evil guy from Super Paper Mario, who tried to take Count Bleck's destruction even further. Mario has beat down bad guy after bad guy, slowly adding to his ever-growing rogues gallery.
Waka 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 waka
Thankfully, as the
waka.
villain got more and more dangerous, so too did Mario's arsenal. He carries
about to
the
grab his
7
ass.
star spirits with him, and summonable allies that can do anything from healing Mario to paralyzing his enemies, or transmuting them into tiny stars to take them out of the fight entirely. But by using all 7 spirits at the
He
same
summons
time,
Night
Mario
Wolf's
can
Heaven's
summon
Light
forth the Star Beam.
from Mortal Kombat.
A massive beam of light that nullifies the enemy's status buffs, but most useful of all, looks dang stylish. But to talk
Animation's
about
funny.
Mario's truest power, we need to Early on in his adventures, he was cursed with the ability to shapeshift and fold himself up into several new forms.
That's a curse.
Such as a working boat or a functioning airplane.
Paper
That's a
plane,
very
paper
helpful
boat,
curse right there.
boat.
But if that wasn't enough for you, Mario can also summon bizarre objects to assist.
This is what I thought was funny right
ranging
here.
from mundane things like scissors or a pot of water to outright bizarre things
A
like
fucking
a giant
goat.
head or a breakdancing turkey or even a massive fan capable of doing
Shit. This shit was
Even with a
funny to
planet
me.
made of nothing but solid paper. Reversing a planet's rotation and spinning it like a Beyblade is an incredibly impressive
Beyblade,
feat.
let it rip.
And even Mario's more normal objects, like scissors, are a force to be threatened with. These scissors
Final
were
Fantasy,
able
his
to cut
ass.
733 times in a single second. And when this is paired with Mario's ability to dodge lightning, his speed is sure to get the drop on anyone who underestimates him. I could keep listing off more powers and abilities, but it seems like with each new one we find 2 more pop up in its place. For example, Mario can crush 3-dimensional objects into 2-dimensional playing cards, absorb
He
big
bends
pieces of
fucking
power,
reality,
shoot paint out
man.
of his hammer to make invisible objects become visible, summon castles from the sky to crush his enemies, do stylish Showtime attacks cutting across the screen, or summon fairy-like allies called pixels to help him in battle. And his list of abilities just keep going. I could talk about these different powers
Man
all
has
day
an affinity
long, but
gauntlet.
my point is that at the end of the day, Mario's combat style is all about versatility.
Yep.
Paper Mario is an incredibly unpredictable combatant.
Yep.
A wild card, if you will. While he very well could just attack an enemy with a simple hammer swing,
I caught that pun, Colosseum.
He's just as likely to stop time, style on you with a giant breakdancing turkey, eat the cave mid-battle to heal, and then finish it all off by dropping a castle on your head.
That's the ultimate disrespect. I want to do that in real life. I want to drop castles on heads.
What
like,
makes
that's
Mario
what I want
a
to do.
compelling character isn't his versatility or
I summoned the
What
fan!
keeps people coming back to the series is that Mario is just an innocent dude who wants to do right. And he'd
I kind of like
sacrifice his
Sonic
own
more
well-being
personality-wise.
protecting those that he cares about. And when this is mixed with an innovative and addictive RPG gameplay style, Paper Mario has folded himself into the childhoods of millions across the globe. But now that our fighters have been analyzed, it's time for our fight.
I know who wins. I know who wins. I'll tell you who I went for. I went for Paper Mario because I really thought he would come into play more. But I was rooting for Sonic to win because I like Sonic more. I don't like his games, but I like the movie and yeah, I like the movie.
See early works
I like his personality too.
Progress or help keep our series alive, consider checking us out on Patreon.
They spend
or
like an ungodly amount of hours making these
well
battles.
over 200 hours to
Yeah.
make as a team. And ad revenue is hard to sustain on
Hats
a
off to
series
y'all,
that
man.
takes so long to create. So
Hats
your
off to y'all,
support
dude.
really helps us keep going. With all that in place though, let's take a look at the fight and see who will take the crown in this round of Crossover Colosseum.
Like that it begins in a comic book. Happy birthday, Mario! The Princess of Peach is a peach. Oh, sheet! Bowser, your beach.
Yeah, now I got everything I need.
The chili!
Fatso, watch your stash. And safe and sound. Safe from red wearing stash sporting punks like this guy. Speaking of which, where'd you come from? You're lucky none of the ingredients got trashed. That would have been fun.
He ate the chili.
Way past uncool, bro. You just ruffled the quills of the wrong hog.
Let's go. Hammer time.
Is this stuff coming out of you?
Yeah.
Where'd you find that? Whoa, turkey.
Whoa, turkey.
Talk about foul play.
That's a good pun. Turkeys are fowls, like chickens. Turkeys and chickens are fowls.
Really, violins and scissors? Alright, hold on to your hat. I'm more of a cello guy.
He's cutting in. I can do puns too.
Oh,
Things are heating up.
Sorry, pal. Not going to cut. And
I love the puns Sonic makes. That's why that's why I like Sonic so much more. But I did go for Mario because I thought he was.
oh, I hate
You'll
to
see.
run, but this is going nowhere fast.
Time stop. I bring you my hammer. Give me back in my hat. Whack! Wacka wacka! Give me your fucking touch. That's a Minecraft eating sound. Chaos control! It's the ultimate fan! I'm a big fan of you.
Beams of light? You're gonna have to go faster than that!
Gotta go fast. They're about to break all reality. Oh!
Signature recipe, wreck my kitchen, and eat my chili dog!
All he gives a fuck about. Free here.
Time for you to go home!
What bounces off of me sticks that you will beat ya.
No. No!
Ultra. He got stars in his eyes.
You're dangerous, my world and my friends! This will silence you!
Where's the castle drop though? Go to timeout.
Sayonara!
Sonic's the winner.
And there you go! Now the team went back and forth debating on this one for a while. If you just look at the stat sheets of each character, it creates an interesting dynamic. Because we treated each era of RG Sonic equally, he had a massive speed advantage, even if you account for outliers. Like, it isn't even close. That said, Paper Mario more than made up for it, with a huge lead in attack power and durability. Not only was he shattering blocks like they were nothing, but that fan attack that spun the planet was coming in at an intensity of 33 tenna-megawatts.
Yeah.
To put a visual to that number, that would be like condensing the energy to destroy our entire planet 100,000 times over into every single square centimeter across your body. This is far more than even Super Sonic could ever endure.
Yeah.
Mario could also bypass any durability that Sonic has, stop time, and had a variety of ways to instantly take Sonic out of the fight through transmutation. Mario also had a massive strategy advantage. Sonic is fast, but his strategy really just consists of taunt and spin dash. So while Sonic had the pure numbers to blitz Mario at the start of the fight, any Sonic fan could tell you that he would never ever do that to open up a fight.
Yeah.
This isn't normally a big factor
I've
in
heard about
Sonic's
that.
fights because he's so used to being able to use his speed to make up for his poor strategy. But against a character as unpredictable as Paper Mario,
You gotta get serious
even
quickly.
a 2-second dad joke could be the difference between victory and getting turned into a playing card. So as you can see, Paper Mario definitely had his share of advantages. So why didn't he take the fight? Well, it's not that simple. In order for Sonic to take the victory, he would need to realize that Paper Mario is a serious threat that he can't toy around with at all before Mario took him out with a single attack. This sounds like a tall order until you take into account the speed at which Gag Sonic sees the world. Sonic's speed
it's
would
light
almost
speed.
certainly prompt a time stop for Paper Mario. And unless Mario capitalized perfectly on this opening, Sonic would have been able to come back from the time stop with a clearer picture of how threatening Paper Mario really is. And if Sonic was going all out, Paper Mario would just never be able to catch him. Sonic could even just casually travel the planet looking for enough rings to turn into Ultra Sonic and banish Mario to the Zone of Silence before Mario could even blink.
Yeah.
And while it isn't clear whether or not the Zone of Silence would kill Paper Mario,
It's gonna
would
put him away
definitely
for a
take him
while.
out of the fight for long enough for this to be a victory for Sonic.
I agree with all
Honestly,
this.
Even as I write this script, I just can't get over how close of a fight this is. The only way that a person could honestly say that there's only one definitive winner in this fight is if you treat the characters like stat sheets and ignore the personality, which would be a major disservice and disrespect to both characters. I think a lot of who wins comes down to which version of Archie Sonic you're using. If you're taking Gag Sonic, he would
Cartoon
likely take
Sonic.
it nearly every time with his blinding speed and painful puns. But if you look at the more balanced speeds of Tryhard Sonic or Modern Sonic, Paper Mario takes it more often than not. But at the end of the day, we believed as a team that a composited version of Archie Sonic would just be way too fast for Paper Mario to handle. Sonic the Hedgehog is the winner and takes the crown in this match of Crossover Colosseum.
I agree with all
Next
this.
time on Crossover Colosseum.
As I said in the beginning of the video, the reason this reaction lacked a lot of hype is because I'm still a little bit mad, but I'm not as mad as when I started about the file getting corrupted, so I had to re-react to it, and I hate re-reacting because it takes the fun out of it. I wasn't gonna ham it up and pretend to be shocked. So sorry about that. You guys deserve better than that. It was just out of my control. That being said, I lost, but I was happy Sonic won because I like Sonic more. I like his personality more. And I do agree. I was really thinking that the damage reflect and Paper Mario had more overwhelming power. But I do agree, even though he had more overwhelming power, he's never going to be able to hit him. Like, he just can't hit him with those attacks. So I agree with the outcome. Thank you guys so much for requesting this. Donovan, I hope you enjoyed this lackluster reaction because I was very upset in the beginning. Crossover Colosseum, you guys fucking crushed it. I really love this fight. I love the detail. I love the breakdown. I loved everything here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.